This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25. Hey guys, it's Rogers and Terry Crews here. Welcome back to another Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. This time we've already made a finish. The longest overtime was the Florida Panthers and, of course, the Senators, which are finally, we're nearing the final minute mark in the third period. It was nowhere to make that they just had tied this game on the buzz beater before the end of regulation, and this was a big comeback in. And then following along with the overtime winning, they done it again, as they already beat out the Senators with a 2-0, rushing on the home team advantage with their win. And this one was unbreakable to make that one go in. But now it's that time to send over to the Western Conference side for tonight's game. If you're waiting up for the long one, thank you very much for your patience. And for those of you who didn't make it in there, you'll be able to see that things right on the highlights on the other side. So if you missed that, you can head on over to the other one if you missed on one of the goals. And now let's see what happens with this game as the Stars face on against the Jets. They have 1-0 for Dallas over Winnipeg. Will they have the advantage to tie the series up for the Jets? Or will the Dallas Stars get a 2-0 series and try to get their home for the third game to get things started? Right now, my next commentary supporters I have is Son of Beast. He's also along with the other commentators with, of course, Cool Beast. And the third is all known for Gangsta. And the center ice, I give a warm welcome over to one of our specialist occasion and give all with the support, Roy Cruz. We'll see you later for our final part of the period of the post-game show, and then we will have our next game ready as we have the Devils taking on against the Capitals, and the other side of it is the Oilers and the Golden Knights battle for the rematch. We'll see you all again very soon here for another part of the games once we're live in one of the arenas, and we'll see how well we do. In the meantime, let's get started. Stars, Jets, next on EA Sports. See you later, everybody. Night 2, about to begin Game 2 for the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. Here we are, fellas. We are ready to get this thing started for our second game of the night, as it's Game 2 in Winnipeg, as the Jets ready to rematch against the Dallas Stars. I'm Son of Beast, and right here my broadcasting partner with Cool Beast and Gangsta. And joining us in center I have is Roy Cruz. He'll be joining us here on center ice to show what's happening for tonight. As you get off to the start here, Harley will send it over to Lindell as he gives to Robertson. Robertson will swing it off. Velarde takes the puck steal right toward the wing, and you'll have it around the other way. He'll fire that one around the net, and it's rebounded up by Thomas Harley. He'll send a deep pass to Johnston. Johnston gives off to Robertson. He's right toward the wing. He'll fire that one around net. As Johnston makes a shoot change, he finds Lindell, and he sets it over to Harley. He'll now find Robertson. Here's Johnston, the pilot shot, glove save made by Hellebuck. He'll make the starting goaltenders for Connor Hellebuck and Jay Pottinger. Off and start ready for our next puck drop. No score to start as we are underway in Canada. Now as a win, as this will be Morrissey, he'll have that one covered in there. He'll make the pass over here now to Perfetti. Scooped up along the center ice is Duchesne as he'll take it over. Now has a deep pass. And there'll be no ice, no offside on the Dallas Stars. This one will keep the play position alive. Matthew Dumbo has it over to Duchesne, gets it over to Bichelle. Bichelle gives a deep off pass to Norchman. Duchesne shot. Big save here by Connor Hellebuck. And it now finds over to Namstikov. Saving off for Namstikov can be a lot challenging for that. And what to say about Connor Hellebuck is a big starter to make that one a great goal. Participations are really just how hard it gets. But most likely, everybody has a point to get over this. Now as both teams ready to set on for our next puck drop, It is still a clear run score. No score in the game to have it start in the first period as we are under a minute here to start off the pass mark in the first. Send out pass to DeMello. He finds it over to Perfetti. Now Bichelle takes it off. He will find it again to Matthew Dumba. He'll send it around the other way to get to Bichelle. Bichelle pass over to Bourque. Bourque looks over again to Bichelle. Bichelle makes his way across the line and he will give it over now finding Danilov. That one gets it over. Josh Morrissey with the puck steal. He is right on the other way. Have a send over pass to Niederreiter. That one chips it up and rebounds by Bourque. Danilov right over net again to Bourque. Have it again to Bichelle. Bichelle pass, drives, been Brad and H down here to center ice. Oh, that one was really very difficult. Didn't start off seeing it go wider if they really have to keep on going it from here. Yeah, this has been like a big one to get used to. The timing is still not even like a choice or thing, but I don't really see what goes on even now with that big off. And this is definitely what happens with the biggest tick. That attacker's going to send a message right away. Then an offense to begin the block. Oscar back under over to Bourque. Keeps moving the puck here to Smith again to Cece. Cece gives the pass to Smith. Keeps the puck moving now, has it again to Danilov. On the fire shot, puck snatched by Elda. Makes a save and he will stop him playing with only 7-2 remaining. I gotta look over to the show. That one is right toward near the wall, and I don't think that didn't really happen afterward. This is a big smart smash in the kick. He really went down afterward. He'll have to try to get out of the bench. Hopefully he'll try to be shaking it up and then get back out there. A lot of time left in the period. Still no score in the game with nearing a 17-minute mark. Stories wins the faceoff as Steele will have his first faceoff wins in game 2. Now Shifley. Now has it to Velarde. Gabriel Velarde looking at right over the wing. That steps in by Ottinger. And that one gives it up. Blocked a shot by Lindell. That one's saved by Ottinger. He'll stop in with only 16:42 remaining in the first period of the game. Close carry takeaway here in the Energizer for Jake Ottinger. He's looking to stop his performance effort on 2-0 scores if he can handle it. Well, I wouldn't believe in that. I mean, we have to try to get that one another try. But I don't really think of Jake Ottinger. That really doesn't make a great Energizer. He's really well in the performance this time. A lot of hard works. Doesn't pay it off anything. But they need to do it on their own behavior to see how well they can do for it. Thomas Harley has it again to Johnston, and he's right toward the wing. He'll kick it right over. It's back to Sandberg, again to Bion. Bion pass now finds it over to Velarde, and he sends a deep pass to Connor. Connor's right toward the wing, he finds Shifley. That one kicks the pad in there. That will stop A by Ottinger under 16 minutes in the first period. Lots of time left in the period, still looking for a goal for the Jets. Another win for the Jets. Here's another one to Bion. Gives off, Ehlers. Gives away by Duchesne. And he sends a deep pass to Mikael Granlund. Granlund. Back to Lindell. Lindell has another again to Harley. Harley has it into Granlund. Fakes a shot, has it again to Marchman. He'll give it off to Duchesne. He's going to make a good pass up moving for the Stars. They keep moving around again. Lindell, again to Harley. Shoots it, saved me by Hellebuck. He'll now have it again to Sandberg the other way. It's back to Bion. As the Winnipeg Jets are in the offensive territory. Duchesne takes over as Harley will have it the other way and pass to Lindell again to Grant. Fires that one up in the round net. And as Marchman has it again to Harley. He couldn't hold on to that one. Ehlers rolling in. The pass off to Cobb. What a save by Ottinger. He holds it in. On the outside is Sandberg. Glove snatched by Ottinger. He'll hold it in with under 15 minutes to pass the 5-minute mark in the first. A lot of a line here in the period. Looking for our next face-off here for the Jets to get it up on that lead. The steal wins the face-up as he'll have it over to CC. Rolling in, now finds it over to Stanley. Stanley fires that one around net. Having right turn the line as Bach with the rebounding. Josh Morrisse's right in the wing. The Winnipeg Jets are in the offense zone as Kapari has it again to Appleton. Appleton this line back, and Stankoven takes over. It's back to the Jets as Niederreiter with the takeover. And a shot, he will bring it in and get a first goal to start off for Kapari. Kapari has that great goal. How he is second in the playoffs. If you're looking at it carefully, you don't really think that was going to make it in there at the same time. When it's right in the field is, you have that one goal in mind. You just don't have the right choice to do for this, and you just need to keep your eyes on it intentional. Risky courageous to take in for a lead as they only had a start past the 15-minute mark. Hintz wins the faceoff as he over to Bichelle again to Wyatt Johnston. He'll have it to Bichelle. Looks over to Robertson. Fights initiative and they want to go after it.
Oh, that bad play is definitely going to be heard up, and it looks like the Stars are really not sending a clear message afterwards. This is going to be causing a payback releasement.
Johnston has it over to Dumba as the Dallas Stars will keep their change possession alive. Went with a bump down. Morrissey takes over and he now has it out to Johnston. Johnston kicks over to Hicks. Dumba fires it. Saved by Hallerhallebutt. He'll snap it up with only 13:49 remaining in the first. Looks like Michelle is definitely already been collided and looks like that, yeah. I don't think he's not going to make it ever again. He's going to be out of here and looks like he'll have to send him to the medical room. That's 2 in a row. He gets skipped by one of the defenders. Not going to turn out great. Leon Michel trying to fight back and try to get away from the defenders.
Can you see what they're not really responding to? That's what happens to give somebody else a clear message right away. And with that defender, they're hitting to get it back.
Hey, second goal in the playoffs, first goal in the game, scored by number 15.
That was going to change out. They're not playing it the right way. They need some right timing to get a
assisted by number 62,
Nino. Stuck up behind the net. And
Dominic goal, 5:37 remaining in the first period. Francis Kapari, his first goal of the game, second goal in the playoffs. Assisted by Nino Niederreiter in the first period at 5:37 in the playoffs.
Back on ice will be Smith. Smith past to Dumba. Fires it, save on a snatch by Hallebutt. 13:07 remaining in the first period. You didn't really see that one coming, but it looks like that Leon Michel, he really got slammed. And that's the third time that was happening before. That substitute lineup is not going to make a goal to work. They really have to keep it up at the right timing. Otherwise, they don't get it cleared off. Here's Pionk. He will send it over to Velarde. Velarde gets knocked down. Swings it away, and this one's rebounded up by Matt Duchesne as he's over now to Smith. The Dallas Stars are back in the offense territory, so they'll give it over now. Again to Duchesne. Right toward wing as he sets it off to CC. Fire for Granlund shots, redirected wide again to Granlund. And now as Connor will send it to Scheifele. Smith sets it over to Granlund, and he'll now have it over to CC. The open look now finds it again to Duchesne. Again to CC, fires it, saved by Connor Hallebutt. Marchman with the rebound has it over to Smith, and Granlund's right toward wing gives to Duchesne. Pokes it out. Here comes Namstikov. Right toward zone. Trying to move around. Big step here by Ottinger. He'll make some great Energizer save to hold it tight. Not really what I always expect the Energizers really facing up that hard. The fast timing is just a relief man. He really had shown off where he was going to go. Now a rebound up by the Stars as Lindell has it over to Harley. Johnson fires it. Didn't get it in there. Robertson backhanded glove save by Hallebutt. He'll stop and play with 11:50 remaining in the first period. And now sending it over to the center ice, Connor Hallebutt with a dial in motion. I'll have Roy Cruz standing by.
How do you think that happened with Connor Hellebuck here, right? Well, I was sure enough that Connor Hellebuck has been doing so patient right now at this moment. This offense is not really like changing it up for anything. What they didn't expect now for Connor Hellebuck to be that important is bringing up with some great time on the goals. This Saturday was really like the hardest on your effort. They didn't really think it was going to happen the right timing. And what they did notice now is that they really played it really well. This is the first thing that you would have to do is to keep that right in. Let's see what happens.
2-minute penalty. Winnipeg Jets, number 21 for tripping.
Oh, first penalty kill. We'll start in for the Jets. As the Stars made a tripping hazard, they're going to be sending into the penalty box. Dominic Toninado's in the penalty box. This will be a Jets power play to start off.
Power play need to get this thing important in. They just need to get this one at the right target. No line scrimmage, however they done.
Winnipeg penalty number 21. 2 minutes for tripping on Dominic Toninato.
No line
2-minute penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 11:29. 2-minute penalty on Winnipeg Jets on Dominic Toninato, number 21 on Winnipeg Jets. 2-minute penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 11:29.
The Jets will have their possession in. Back to Hintz, and they're now back on defense. Stars continue their power play. Robertson goes down, rebounded by Miller, and he now has it off to Niederreiter. Gets right to the wall, Niederreiter takes him out. Now it's off to Bourque. In middle, Duchesne. Good stick lift by Stanley. Now the Stars will take over to Bourque. Cross his way down to Duchesne. Duchesne will fire that one around net as he goes off to Brandlin. Back on right to Stankovic. Right turn middle, Duchesne backhander, stopped by Hellebuck. He'll hold in with only 10:29 remaining in the first. A lot of wipeouts here for the Stars as there's a bunch of hits for the Winnipeg Jets. They're not changing anything, but they really wanted to do. Carly sets to Marchman. Fires goes in, and Brandlin will try to reset the group after a blocking on miscommunication. Gustafson's right toward in the wing as he was trying to get a short-handed goal. Stop, glove save by Ottinger. He'll send it around the back again, Johnston. This isn't really what they were all about to change it in there. That's what happens with the Jets. They've been playing it so well. Key on the defensive is a great sell, but he really took it at all. I don't know how that will happen, but that will change immediately. Likelihood to have it out. Johnston with the puck as he passed the midway mark in the first period. You'll send it over to Harley. And Stars continue their power play with under 30 seconds remaining. Harley to Hintz. Now he has it again to Johnston as he gives it off to Hintz. Hintz looks to Harley. Harley knock him down. Rebound by Gustafson. Sends it out of the zone. Torinato's ready to get back out there. Penalty's almost about to expire. Duchesne spins, shoots, saved by Hellebuck. Hintz, backhander, redirected, goes right to the wall. Power plays over as they continue their strengths. You really have to be playing it afterward. They have no change up. Whatever they want it to be, they really have to show it off their respect. I like that Connor Hellebuck is making a great dial and saves. He's really like on the roll to give that a good start. Now it's the win for Namstikov. He finds it over to Morrissey, and DeMello will have it pass over to Nikola Ehlers. Off to Namstikov. This one gets poked up. Logan Stankovic will clear that zone out of here, right around the net, and rebound by Dumba. Josh Morrissey sets it over to Nikola Ehlers with under 9 minutes remaining. Dumba can't get a pass open to Bach. Namstikov right in middle to Ehlers. Ehlers shoots, saved by Ottinger. 8:45 remaining in the first period. They'll get ready for another puck drop in Dallas Stars territory. Another one on the other side calls Jake Ottinger. Roy? Well, they say now that Jake Ottinger is one of our big energizers as one of our start off on the goaltenders. The proud of it is a great keep things going from turning from back in the other hand. They don't really seem to know for when they really change it optimally. Their entire time needs to show enough how this energizer gets it back in to make something happen. What they don't really need to do for is the energizer is turn it off to make a stamina roll its way through And what they need to do now is that they have to change it the right way to get that entirely. I'll try to find out about Connor Hellebuck and Jake Ottinger. They might be a different side to get in. He scores! Stanley with the great goal after Marty. They now have it up 2-0. This is another goal where he was able to get it off, and he has his 5th goal in the playoffs. Given a good look on the range after Velarde, he just really made first quarter goal game. This range backs by Ottinger, and he really has it all spelled out. To have that one get up to 2. 5 goals in the playoffs, he's looking to get 2 more for his hat trick. Stars makes the face-up as Smith will have that puck and bounding it into the Jets' territory will be Jamie Benn. Benn's right toward wing. Trying to settle across down to Dananoff, and it's back over to Bourque. Now here's Benn, he sets to Smith. Fires it, flip shot block, and it was rebounded by Kyle Connor.
Didn't really think it was now. All that I need to know now is Kyle Connor, this big rebound is going to take in.
Smith with the rebound, stopped by Ottinger. Now it's back in the offense zone, and here's Miller. Shots blocked, rebound by Smith. Velarde takes over, backhander, saved made by Ottinger. 7:43 remaining in the first period. They'll have some time to get another puck drop in. And they're off and ready to set as they're looking for their next face-off wing for the Jets. Now as the win, we'll put it in for the Stars. Here's Liddell. Wipes him down. 2 guys go after him, preventing Nessekov's shot inside. Oh, what a stop by Ottinger with only 7:45 remaining. That is just uncrazy. When this play goes into motion, it goes for work. They're really on a change-up to make that one showing up. Steele wins the face-off as Lindell has it over again to Harley. Trying to get over with the bad angle. Shots blocked by Harley. Ehlers with the rebound has it over to Miller. Miller shoots a glove save by Ottinger. And Harley will now have it over to Lindell. Lindell pass off to Harley. He'll now try to get out of the zone. And as now Ottinger will try to hold it out with only 7:11 remaining. The win for the Jets. Here's the shot. He scores! Jets Marcy! Unslapping range after the face-off win by Nestikov. That is a 3-0 lead. You can't teach him how to do some tricks afterwards. You see that pass happen to Nestikov. You get Marcy a great chance, and he now gets his second in the playoffs. That really makes a great season of his own. That hard shot is going to pass over Ottinger. He wasn't really sure that one was going to fit. There is a 3-0 lead for the Winnipeg Jets as Nestikov sets the assist. Now you know what they're saying for Nestikov. That really is giving some great goals in. That pass is making a great assist to have that one in a chain. This zone really made it feel like it's a comfortable scoring drop to have it all. I wasn't able to be sure enough that was a great successful range to give that a good shot. Kicked out by Hellebuck and rebound by Gintz. Harley, rebound, fires, shot on the back by Hellebuck. DeMello sits to Perfetti.
Assisted by number 13, Gabriel Velarde.
Rebound by Nestikov. This one is
Time to go 11 minutes, 38 seconds in the first period. Brooke Shea-Billy, his 5th goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, assisted by Gabe Velarde in the first period at 11:38 in the playoffs.
Goes down afterwards. He's now against the top of the rebound. Watching for the offside is Harley. And that one clears out of the zone as Matthew Dunball will enter the attacking zone. He'll swing it around the net on the other side, but the rebound will put it up for Morrissey to get back to DeMello again, Ehlers. Winnipeg's back in the offense zone. Getting a line in the zone, attacking range. That one is off a defender, and back to Granlund. That one was almost going to be in there. I never seen like that a whole time. And with that, this is the percentage that they're really trying to keep up. This is just not really turning where the Jets really wanted to go with. And this shot goal, they just really wanted to keep on attacking. More shots, more effort. And they're rewardable to get it off. CC fires it. Shots blocked off his teammate. Marchman trying to handle the rebound.
The second goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored by number 44.
Off to Velarde.
Josh Morrissey.
Smith gives back over to CC.
Assisted by number 7,
Deep to zone to Duchesne.
Mexico.
Duchesne.
Time in the goal, 12 minutes, 51 seconds in the first period of the playoffs. Josh Morrissey, his first goal of the game, second goal in the playoffs. Assisted by Valise Lamnamsakov in the first period at 12:51 in the playoffs.
Stop by Colorado. As the puck was over the net on the play. Lots of time up in the period. Winnipeg Jets on a great rolling start in the first period. They're up by 3 sets. Now the win for the Jets is Pionk. Have that pass over in the range, and he gets knocked down. Rebounded up by the Stars. Kupari takes it out, and he's out of here. Mason Appleton is right in the wing, on the wall. Fires it. Missed wide. Rebounded by Bang. Over to CC, and he now has it to Bourque. The give and go to CC. Given over by Neil Pionk after the puck steal for the Jets. Mason Appleton to Kupari. Kupari shots blocked. Michelle with the rebounding again. Over now to Stanley. Here's another one to Kupari. That shot stopped by Hunter. Michelle sends it over to Steele. On his way down. Waits, finds Stanley. Off the glove. Rebound by Miller. Again to Tony Nato. And Sandberg right toward again. Iafallo. Missed that transaction right on the swing goal, and we'll have it back again to Matthew Dumba, again to Michelle. Oscar Bach right in the wing, as he'll have that one firing around the net, and Steele is right toward wing in the wall. Michelle. Over now to Dumba. Dumba fires it in, saved by Cutter-Hellebuyck. 3:44 remaining in the first period. They'll have some time to swing it out.
Maverick Bourque was a little bit lamed up, and he was like sprinting, and he just blocked that. He got a little limp on his leg. It looks like he won't be able to like skate it back out there if he's fine.
Lot on the line, looking the scrimmage here. 3-0 is the score, Winnipeg. Now the win for the Winnipeg Jets as DeMullo will have it over to Tony Nato. Off the pass to Alex Iafallo. Rebounded by Ruth Pence. After that one goes over for the Jets. Jason Robertson will have it over now to Lindell. Lindell kicks that over. Gets back to DeMello, finding over to Gustafsson. Tony Nato right back on the offense again in Morrissey. Swinging over the side of it, as now he will give it back to Tony Nato. DeMello knocked him down. Johnston gets back to Lindell, and he'll swing it over. Robertson gets carried down, now finds Harley. Harley, in toward wing, back to Jason Robertson. Swing from outside, stopped by Mark Scheifele, and he goes whipped it. It'll be a delay penalty upcoming on the Stars, as he already got tripped up. That is not good, and there is one problem: you cannot change it off. If you're doing this, you are in trouble tap. Dallas Stars penalty, 2 minutes for tripping. Winnipeg on a power play. They'll start things off first with a 3-0 lead.
Power play is going to make that easier. The changing is not really the same.
Dallas penalty, number 64, 2 minutes for tripping on Miguel Grant. Top penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 2:59. Dallas Stars penalty, number 64, on a 2-minute tripping Miguel Grant. Top penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 2:59.
Scheifele near the net, knocked him down. Right toward the wall. Ben clears it out. And it's right back in the Jets' territory, and Hellebuyck will try to leave it here with the next defender on. Here's Morrissey, he'll swing it over to Connor, and the deep passing's over to Scheifele. Scheifele knocked him down, and it's back over. CC clears that zone out. Morrissey trying to hold on him. But the big bang, here's back. Slings back out. Hellebuyck pulled it in with only Kyle Connor. Diagonal over the pass feed to Perfetti. 1:44 remaining in the first period, and a shot. Big pat, easy save by Ottinger. And it's now Steele giving off to Bach. Bach for the short-handed goal. Great pat stop here by Connor Hellebuyck. He's really perfectionary what happens with Connor Hellebuyck. This dialed in for game number 2. It's not going to make it work if he gets it. Ottinger's going to hold it in with only 1:21 remaining in the first and only 34 seconds for the Jets power play. 74-92, way off target. Vince wins the face-off, and it now has Jenny Danida out of his own. Beyond, Niederreiter, tornado, poked it off by Ottinger. And Smith will clear it off the hints, and he'll dish it out of here. Now as Beyond fights for the board. Rebounded by Danilov.
Last minute remaining in the first period of the
Right
playoffs.
inside of the box, ready to go. I follow. Pass to Pionk. And that one gets slipped out. Penalties expired for the Stars. And out of the penalty box is going to be Granlund. Shoots, hot save. Rebounded by the Jets.
Oh, what a great easy save this is. That happens with Granlund. This is a close call what happens to Mikael Granlund. He would have almost made that one easy enough to get that one out of his own.
He scores! Paul Perfetti with another goal for the Jets. 1931, shot on goal. Perfetti adds to its next goal. He'll have is something. There's no way to make it easy change here for Perfetti. When this only changes happen, this only makes it uneasy to have that in his own. Jake Ottinger was not really sure how that puck was going to be able to fly right in. And what he was going to do is, he was going to try to snatch it in and let the pad save. But that probably must have been under the pad. It didn't work for him. Perfetti, Clardy shot.
His second goal in the playoffs.
Score
Score unassisted by team number 91. Goal, Perfetti.
Poked it up. Lindo with the rebound.
Time of the goal. 19 minutes, 31 seconds in the first period of playoffs. Cole Perfetti, his second goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game. Score unassisted by a team. And the first period at 19:31 in the playoffs.
3.4 seconds remaining in the first period. They'll have some time to get some shots before the end of the first period. The win. Shoots and save in just a time or that. And we reach the end of the first period. The first intermission is a 4-0 lead for Winnipeg Jets on the start for Canada Canadian team to get up on the closer edge. We'll take a quick break and we'll get back to the second period right after this. We are back, ready to start the second period here for our next part of the matchup. And here we go. We are ready to start things off in Winnipeg, Canada. And this has already been showing off with these shutting down in the first period. Let's see how the Stars can handle in the second period. Well, folks, guys, this one is already winding down into a big lead here. A 4-0 start for the Winnipeg Jets. Let's have it over to you guys of how he did. Well, so far I was really seeing how that was going to change it in. The Winnipeg Jets have been starting that one so well. Often on a fair start, I mean, I really like to see that. I mean, what they really don't even have in mind is they have changed everything what they've really done for it. When I really get to talk about how the Jets were taking a good pass by a passion, they just really got a great start with the kick in. They've really done everything on their own.
Yeah, I totally agree on that one with Cole Beast. I mean, that one is really giving a great start in, as the Winnipeg Jets are already on a great start. They wouldn't care about that. All they have to do now is kept on moving it in. They give that one a nice passing percentage on the goal. There's no stopping a Glenn Smith. They just have to keep on moving it in. Now here's Lindell as he'll fire that one around the net. The Dallas Stars will have their possession in. Duchesne rolls to Marchment. As Marchment straight toward him, slicks back. Off to Duchesne. Duchesne
Here's Dumbo. Michelle shoots it. Stop on the pad again by Connor Releva. Here comes Winnipeg. Scheifele. Pass off to Byfield. DeMello. Dylan DeMello. Make that correction in there. It's not Byfield, you know that. Yeah, I wouldn't have listened to that one here. Almost made that pronouncing it incorrectly. Marchman losses that one. Dumbo rolls around the net and rebounded up by the Stars. Here's there where the Danonov as he gets it off to Dumbo. Dumbo again, Danonov shoots it wide and it's rebounded up by Ehlers as he gets smacked right toward the wall. Q will have the effort. Now Anthony Danonov will have it off again. Tim Smith swings to CC. Danonov shots blocked. Rebounded by Jamie Benn. Benn gives it over to Smith as he has it again to CC. CC looking for a regroup here. In turn middle, can't get it back. It's back to Smith. Again to CC. And he's off to Ben. Ben shot. That one puts a save and we have a stoppage here.
2-minute penalty on Winnipeg Jets. Number 44 in the slashing.
Not so playable. This is what they don't get a good grip on that. And he slashed him after the shot. This perfection is not going to make it easy enough for Josh Morrissey. The alternative captain is in the penalty box. Jets with 2 penalty kills and no power play goals. Let's see how they can handle it for the Stars.
Well, I have a bad feeling with the rage afterward. The Stars really have to
Winnipeg Jets penalty number 44. 2 minutes on a slashing on Josh Morrissey. Top of the penalty in the second period of the playoffs, 17:37. Winnipeg Jets penalty on the 2-minute slashing. Number 44, Josh Morrissey. Top of the penalty in the second period of the playoffs, 17:37.
Robertson passes to Johnston, backhanders off the glove and rebounded up by Hintz. Stopped by Connor Releva with only 27 seconds on a full pressure. This is a battling rebound here for Connor Releva. He wasn't really thinking he was going to make that one a good carry. But that was seriously a great sense that to play along and on. As that one sends out of his own, Thomas Harley on his own rebound. He will have it again to Johnston. Johnston has it up to Robertson. Robertson turned away. Robertson can't hold on to the puck in there. And gives it back over to Duchesne. Here's Skin shoots. Stopped by Hellebuck. He'll hold on with only under 17 minutes in the second. Just a 4-0 game. Now they're ready to take on another puck drop. Moose is still watching on it. They wanted to shut them down in every period. But he was not sure if he could definitely tie that series up. I bet they would. I bet they will totally do it. I mean, if they just don't get there, then they're going to need to try to give some help. Here's Johnston. Cuts in motion. Oh, what a stop there by Hellebuck. Already dabbled out, and it's back over to Marchman. Hurley. Backhander saved me by Hellebuck. 50 seconds for the Stars power play and only 16:27 remaining in a second. A lot of time position here for the Jets, but the Stars really wanted to get on the board to get a power play goal. And this one stays out of the zone as Stanley will have it. Here's right to the middle, and now as Marchman. Pass it to Bourque. Stankoven shots. Blocked. Rebounded by Granlund and Ben. Has it to Stankoven. Bourque shot. Big pass saved by Hellebuck. Keeps the play alive for Marchman. One in for Bourque. Right into the pass. And that one is right toward the Hellebuck, stopping the play and bounding.
Now you gotta look at Dylan DeMello. He was really limped again. And this block, and then it goes right underneath it from the legs, and this surface was not seen, and clearly he really took that one with a shot right to the legs. That wasn't gonna really make a bang out of it to make it hurt.
Dylan DeMello in the bench as they're ready to prepare for the next puck drop. Vince continues. For Q. Here's Stankoven shot. Hit off his teammate. It's rebounded by Robertson. Time is running down. Bourque gets to Stankoven. Stankoven from the back. Stop on the play by Hellebuck. Oh, what a save as he's rolling it in. That is incredible. Wow. Unbelievable. Connor Hellebuck shuts down. Amazing. Dialed in to have that one effort.
And that's what you can tell now for the dialed in that's on Connor Hellebuck. He really is showing everything. Not only a single chance happens, but more likely though, that one was unbelievable to make that take.
Now Borky sets it off to Robertson, and that shot stepped on a blocker by Connor Hellebuck with 15-14 remaining in the second period. Here comes Ellers. That one stops by Ottinger, and they hold it in with only 15:09 remaining in the second. Preparing us for our next game here for tomorrow, don't miss out. First game will happen here at 7 p.m. as the Devils take on a rematch against the Washington Capitals at Capital One Arena. Following along with the next game as we'll have the Edmonton Oilers facing on against the Vegas Golden Knights. Following up with an 8:30 game as you'll have it on the other side of the coverage for you. Puck drop will begin here in just about 4 minutes as we are changing up the time here to give that one off to a stupendous start in. There's not really much to change anything about that because we're changing to premiering to start the time, and we will be able to make some new change-offs for some time off schedules. Be prepared for our next game as we will have the number 2 runs underway only on Summit Beast. With some prettier matchups, 1-0 is the Devils, and the 1-0 lead in the series was the Golden Knights. Let's see what happens with game number 2 as they will be playing tomorrow to get onto a start. Here comes Ben, and a stop by Hellebuck. Sandberg right in the wing again to Namstikov. At least you have Namstikov is right up in the wing as he has it up in the middle. Nobody around, and this one's rebounded up by Borque again to Lindell. Lindell pass to Jamie Benn. Ben to Lindell. Give to Janitov. Good try on the effort, but he will not get a pass over from Connor Hellebuck as he stops that one big. Nearing the midway mark in the period, it is a 4-0 lead. Dallas as they're there looking for a goal to get on the board. And as the wind will make the long trip on to Mark Scheifele, here's Kyle Connor. Connor, shot, a save by Ottinger. And Lindell has it over now to Jamie Benn. Jamie Benn gives to Danilov. Danilov slides it back, has it again to Dumba. Here's Michel, shoots, he scores. There will be the answer for the Dallas Stars as Michel adds another playoff goal, and he gets his third in the playoffs. He just finally noticed answer. After so many hits, this is what happens. 3 hits on a defenseman, there was no change that he would ever do that. And now this is the right goal that he wanted to do. Defenders can't catch me. They just keep me on a lookout if I have that range out. They proved me wrong. And I knew that this goal would take on for he gets his third goal in the playoffs. He's really looking for his next goal for the Stars to keep a close game in.
They got himself on the board afterwards now. They waited patiently. Now Michel had found the answer. What a great lucky one.
Around the net, and it will be DeMello finding Morrissey. A pass to Kyle Connor. Again to Gabe Velarde. Velarde, pass in middle. That's going to get back to Dumba. And Matthew Dumba right in the wing. That one gives over to DeMello with the puck steal on a poke. Scheifele trying to answer it back.
Dallas Stars scored his fourth goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game scored by number 6, Leon Bishop. Assisted by number 3, Matthew Dumba, and by number 63, Jenny Deninoff. Dominant goals, 6:28 remaining in the second period of the playoffs. Leon Bishop, his third goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game assisted by Matthew Dumba, and Evgeny Denonov in the second period at 6:28 in the playoffs.
And here's Duchesne, tries one again, he can't get it to go, and the rebound is back to Marchman. It's back to Appleton. 12:25 remaining in the second period on the other side. The Dallas Stars regain their group on offense. Come back with him now is over to Cece. Outside is Sam Steele, and it's back to Stankoven. He wants to reset the steal. And Stankoven needs some challenging to pick up their own timing. Steele takes over, now finds it over to Stankoven. Stankoven in zone, Bach with a rebound. And he will have it again to Stankoven. Lindell shoots it. Off the stick, rebounded by Appleton. 11:45 remaining in the second period as their timing is just right around the corner, nearing the midway mark. Hintz will try to make his own changeoff on the flying wheels, and he'll have that pass over. That broken up. Hintz trying to battle for the loose puck. Thanks to Johnston as he gives his own rebound back to Rupe Hintz. He's right behind the net. He's got to try to make another diagonal again. And Robertson gives off to Harley. Window shoots it. Big stop here by Hellebuck. And as Hintz kicks the pad over, we'll fire that one around the net. There was no application of how that one was going to make it look clear. And I wasn't really sure about that. If that really gives it off to the right feed. No time off an angle. They really had kept it out for alive and going. Until then, that one blocked it up. No time. The Stars are back in offense as he has it over to Jamie Benn. Jamie Benn wipes him down right near the boards. He'll kick that zone in. New line of groupings on a sub. Try to look for an aggressive attacker. As Ben has it over to Dumba and has it over to Ben. Here's to Michelle. Backhander glove save by Hellebuck. Gustafsson went down. Ben's shot blocked. Rebound by Danilov as Ben will have it back. Here's Michelle. Sets to Dumba. One time Jimmy Benn shoots save made by Hellebuck. Neil Pionk. He's over now to Eric Gustafsson. And Sandberg is right in the way and gives it to Ehlers. Fires it. Save me by Ottinger. And Michelle has it over to Ben. Ben over to Danilov right in the wing. Past the midway mark in a second around the back. Keeping the line in control as they will try to keep the close game in, down by 2, as they're looking for another goal without the Stars to gain their head.
Nothing I said before, but they wouldn't really change. Matthew Dub was really like getting a better use of his angle. Nobody's really settling it in. Oh boy! What happened over here? That one was a little bit bumped out, and it looks like Jamie Danilov had that ripped in with the goal. I've never seen how he was able to make it in. Let's watch that one again. You see that Danilov had really kicked it in there, and then you see that puck flying, and that's that goal that you were not seeing right into the range. And now they're down by 2. This is what I'm talking about. Went over the pad and it just skittles over. It's not running really, really fast, but Connor Hellebuck really had no idea where that puck was flying in there. And he was just rallying it on the ice and in the creasing, and then right into the goal net. He was not really sure how that was going to change, but this really knocked him out of here. And Jenny Danilov setting up his 3rd goal in the playoffs as they're now down by 2 past the midway mark with under 9:50. Sometimes I gotta say that, and Jenny Danilov, he's really giving up some good in-step fact. One thing I really wanted to say about it is that Danilov is really like
his first goal for the game, 3rd goal in the playoffs, scored by number 63, Jenny Danilov. Assisted by number 3, Matthew Dumba, and by number 22, Maverick Burkey. Top of the goal, 10 minutes, 19 seconds in the second period of the playoffs. And Jenny Danilov, his 3rd goal in the playoffs, 1st goal of the game. Assisted by Matthew Dumba and Maverick Burkey in the second period at 10:19 in the playoffs.
Reinforce it with the next puck drop coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed my days, and also especially to Chris Beast's birthday. He really had a fun time afterward. Making a few people that they all love here, and on the media line was just fantastic.
Yeah, I must say that. I mean, you got a pretty good afterwards on your birthday. Did you enjoy it?
Absolutely did. I mean, I didn't care enough for hockey. I guess the only thing you would say is that everyone makes the excitement in the range. Well, I guess you've always been kind of lucky now. I mean, you always do. Say it again. It's very irony that they really appreciate that. And all as you can expect. Enjoy everything. Now Cece has it over to Logan Stankoven, and he will be slashed. That will be a penalty on Winnipeg. Goaltender going to the bench. That's not cool at all. That was another bad player responsiveness. There's no way to change it up, and he did not have the right timing on your own change. That one gets the Nancy Cup, and he really got that slashed up.
2-minute penalty for the Winnipeg Jets, number 7 for slashing.
Dallas Stars going back to work on the power play. They just had 0-2 in the range, but they need to do another power play goal if they can get another one in. Otherwise,
Winnipeg
they'll be
Jets
going
building
three
number 7.
that range.
Lucia Desical. 2 minutes
This
for
one, Stanley
slashing.
carries it out.
Time of
as
building in
Thomas
second
Harley
period of
with
the
the
playoffs.
rebound again.
3-8.
The
2-minute penalty on the
Stars are
Winnipeg
heading
Jets.
out
And
and
slashing
going
on
to
number
Johnson.
7 on Lucia
Robertson's
Desical.
right in there.
Time of penalty in the second period of the playoffs.
Right toward the
8:38.
attackers, Tomas Hertl gets it back. Johnson to Duchesne. Can't get an open slot here as Niederreiter will have to carry that one out. Johnston keeps it in. He has it over. Right toward the middle. DeMello's pass broken up. Johnston will carry that one right toward the wing as he will makes his way around the net. Off to Duchesne, gets it to Robertson. Spin the move. Trying to do for 2, but it was locked and too short. Duchesne takes it over. And he now finds Jamie Benn. Gives it over to Gramlin. Gramlin loses that one. DeMello takes over. And Niederreiter will carry it out. Logan Stankelman has it over now to DeBourque. And it's now passes off to Jamie Benn. Benn. Trying to watch his way down. Marchman backhander stopped by Connor Relevant. He'll hold it in with only 41 seconds for the Stars power play and just about 7:03 remaining in the second period. 22/18 face-off wins for the Winnipeg Jets. They really are trying to work their way up. For the win, Bourque didn't get through, and Gustafsson will carry that out. Gramlin sets to Stankovic, and he has it over to Jamie Benn. Benn, unable to get the attack zone. Great save by Connor Hellebuyck with only 6:46 remaining in a second. I really love that strategy that dialed in is working perfectly. And for someone who was not really what they were all expecting it for, they just really have to keep on playing at the right timing. I wouldn't say that this would have been like a good use of their own energy. No matter what they did, it's just the perfect amount of effort that they did. Thomas Harley, Robertson finds Duchesne. Duchesne shoots it, saved by Connor Hellebuyck. Benn goes down. 10 seconds remaining for the Stars power play. Damsikoff's penalty is almost up. Final shot, blocked up, and that will be the end of a power play for the Stars. They're 0 for 3 in for the Dallas on the power play minute.
They didn't really think I was going to win it at all. That one was really like up and stabber. This one is really like a biggest take that they are all expecting it for. They were just trying to like kill that off with a penalty kill. And now they definitely got a great look to give that one back after it. They're really on a good energy to take in.
Duchesne has it over now, finding to Robertson. Robertson sets to Lindell and gets it done by, now finds the Kicks. Kicks looks to Lindell. One-timer to Duchesne, off a skater. Rebound by Sandberg. And he's over now to Ehlers. Monster on a smackdown. Here's Connor. Shot blocked. Shot blocked again. Lindell with the rebounding. And he'll give it over to Jamie Benn. Benn on the fast-paced rush. Gets knocked down. Rebound by Danilov. Danilov sets to Dumba. And Lindell. Danilov shots blocked again by Ehlers. Ehlers will send a pass over now to do Scheifele. Rumble hit. Perfetti gives it over. And that one smashes up into Dallas territory. Dumba gets it over to Bourque, and now he gets it over to Jamie Benn. Here's Lindell. Lindell's shot. Close save by Hellebuyck. We're under 5 minutes remaining in the second period. We'll have some time off to get ready for another puck drop. Now, as just said, ready for another puck drop of under 5 minutes. 4-2, still a score to be for Winnipeg Jets. Lindell's shot's blocked. And Lindell will try to do it all over again from the top as he now finds Stankovic. Fires that one across around the net. And he's over now to Lindell, again to Stankovic. Harley shoots, blocked the shot, rebound by Perfetti. Over now the other side of it is Cole Perfetti. Right near the line, here's Perfetti. 4:20 remaining in the second period. Has it over to Thomas Harley as he gets a steal, and back to Harley. Harley looks over the block. The Stars are back in the offensive zone, and it's Jets territory. That one broke up by Miller. Tony Nilo right in the wing. And he will get a slash afterward. That'll be Brendan Smith.
Two-minute penalty on the Dallas Stars. Number 2 on slashing.
That's not good. That is not cool when you just get it off to him. And he just did not get the right time to get it off. And that really been bumped out of the way. And there is nobody that gets off with a slash on a good start. Brendan Smith's in the penalty box. 0-1 for the team. Let's see if they can capitalize it for a 1-2 on a power play. With the winning
Dallas Stars penalty number 2. 2 minutes for slashing on Brendan Smith. Top of the penalty in the second period of the playoffs, 4-1.
And this will be it. Wow.
2-minute penalty on Winnipeg, number 91 on slashing.
Cole Perfetti adds another penalty kill. That's going to be on the Jets as their power play is over. Just 5 seconds in. I don't get this right now. I mean, I'm telling you now, there, bubbies, this is not happening at all.
Winnipeg Jets penalty number 91. 2 minutes out of slashing. Top of the penalty in the second period of the playoffs, 3:59. 2-minute penalty on the Winnipeg Jets on number 91, Cole Perfetti. Top of the penalty in the second period of the playoffs, 3:59.
Again, Hintz. Hintz carries it off. And Robertson. This one poked it out. And now Jason Robertson will have his own team back in the zone. Often fires over around net to Bichelle. Bichelle pass over to CC. That one swings and misses. DeMello have it over now to Niederreiter. Gets hit, rebounded up, and a shot saved made by Eininger, and it's rebounded by CC. Josh Morrissey again to DeMello, finding off to Mark Scheifele. He'll kick it over to DeMello. Morrissey setting it in the Stars territory with the 4-on-4 continuing. CC able to give it to Logan Stankoven, and he'll send it out of here in the zone. CC has it over now to Duchesne. Harley shots blocked. Here's Duchesne. Big save here by Hellebuck. And Duchesne off to Harley. Harley backhand and he scores. There is the goal for Thomas Harley. He will get his third goal in the playoffs. First goal of the game in Game 2. Now I'm in my house. Thomas Harley was really like overthinking of it, but confident afterward. And this one was a bounce Rich chase in off this glove. Blocker didn't seem to be improving it for Thomas Harley. He would really take his third goal in the playoffs. All in that mind, he would have had that right way to get it in. And this goal was not the change that they wanted to. With under 30 seconds in the 4-on-4, it's a 4-3 lead. Dallas trying to get back down by 1 to even up. Thomas Harley lost that one, poked it away with a shot. Chance and stop! Great stop made here by Eininger. Another big save here by the Jet Stars defender. And that one will skip out of the zone. Just about 5 seconds remaining. And the Stars power play is almost up. Lindo shoots, trying to beat it over, but the power play has come short to tie
Dallas Stars score his third goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game. Scored by number 55, Thomas Harley. Assisted by number 95, Matt Duchesne. And by number 44, Cody Ceci. Top of the goal in the second period, 17:32. Thomas Harley his third goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game. Assisted by Matthew Duchesne and Cody Ceci. In the second period at 17:32 in the playoffs.
And the Stars in the second period. And Lotus is right back in the zone. Here's a set. On a shot clock. Saved by Eininger. He'll stop there with only 1:22 remaining in the second period. On its way down, ready for another puck drop. 50 over 40. Shots on goal for the Stars. Vince wins the faceoff. Lindell behind the back. Harley on his way down again to Johnston. Johnston wipes him out. Eller's returning the wing. Dumps it out. Rebound by Matthew Dumba, down to a final minute in the second period. Over to Johnston, makes his way down
Last
to the
minute
Jets
remaining in
territory.
the second period of
He's
the
over to
playoffs.
his shot. What a save by Connor Releva. Wireless dialed in motion. I never see how that. Now you see that, fans? This is what happens when you get dialed in crossly. That's unbelievable. Another good stop made by Connor Releva.
Oh, he's really like aggressive, like the word. He's like dialed in so quickly. How about that?
Shot saved made by Ottinger. 30 seconds remaining for the Jets on the regulation of the second. He's dead enough. Off and around the net. Bourque finds Cece. Cece looks to Smith, finding Bourque. Bourque shoot glove save by Hellebuck. 15.2 seconds remaining in the second period. They'll have another face-off on its way in the Jets territory. 8:58 and 2:24 for the timeout attack. With the win for the Jets, here's Morrissey. Selects across the Niederreiter. Time running down. Right turn zone. Fires it and kicked out by Ottinger. He'll hold this here and it will end the second period. What a great stop out for Jake Ottinger. We'll get some time to take some break and we'll get ready for the third period. It's a close game, 4-3, and so you'll head over to the second intermission when we come back after the break. This is the moment you've been waiting for as we are finishing up the second game of game number 2 for the first night of the Winnipeg Jets and the Stars. We are all ready to prepare for the final period of game 2 in Winnipeg. Alright, I know this has been like a tough spot on earth, but let's have it right over to you guys. Let's see how they did for the second period. Stars have been coming back afterward. They are just got 3 goals down and they are just down, have 1 goal remaining. There's no change in obligation and they won't have any change afterwards if they have anything going afterward. All I can say now is that they've really been like working their way up entirely, but there is no other reason that they've been really like been stepped up in the books. This market shut off is just not really changing everything they could. Now Robertson will have the puck in, gives it back over. Robertson in trouble, trying to find somebody else open. Off and firing it again to Duchesne. Duchesne to Harley. He looks to Lindell. Passes it over to Granlund. Harley, shots blocked. Rebounded over now to Velarde, and he'll have it again to DeMello. Looks over to Scheifele and has it over to Kyle Connor. Connor's puck goes out. Lost his control stick. He'll try to give it back over. And it hits it over the net. Did not get the goal. How did Moose not see that? Oh, he was just really like kind of like gasped out of afterward. That one was really close. Marchman. Pass to Duchesne. Great defense here for the Winnipeg Jets as Namstnikov will have it. Pass to Perfetti, and now it's back to Duchesne. Duchesne loses it. Rebound Namstnikov. Ben takes it back. Often looks away to Michel. Michel fires it. Locker saved me by Connor Hellebuck. Bourque has it over. Now finding the Dumba. Save made by Hellebuck. Just down to passing a 2-minute mark in the third period. Only 17:53 remaining in regulation. Now the win for Namstnikov as Pionk will send it over to Sandberg as he gives it over to Ellis. That one swings and misses. Ben, back on ice with the rebounding in. He'll fire that one around net, and Bourque sets it over now flying to Michel. Here's Dumba, shot off the glove and rebounded by the Stars. This keeps on happening again and again, over and over. I don't know what's going to happen, but they really have been like stammered out. Seemed like there was a lot of percentage afterward, 94 over 76. They didn't think there was going to be enough time to have the effort. Here's the win, Dumba. And you'll have to give that one off, and Sandberg with the rebound again. Pass back to Appleton. Here's Appleton. Shoots it. Blocker saved me by Ottinger. So it's back over to Evgeny Danilov. You have it over to Michel. And that one sits over to Ben. Now to Dumba. Wiped him down. Here's Ahmed Rush. Ottinger gloves it and stops the play with under 17 minutes in the third period. They're really staggered afterward. I mean, I was not surprised how that would definitely make the change out even worse. That is a bunch of hits. 53. I guess that the Stars didn't really have that shooting star back out. You just need some backup plans to do this. Now a win for Hintz. Carly has it over to Lindell and pass to Johnston. Johnston looking it over. Doing a little side step here. And that one gives a stop here by Connor Hellebuck. You'll hold it in with only 16:44 remaining in the third. So letting the crowd go, Jets go. It's back over again to Miller. He's off to Gustafsson. Again to Tony Nato. Tony Nato. Over to follow. Glove save by Ottinger. And Lindell will have it over. That pass back to Iafallo. Trying to get the shot. Blocked by Hintz. Crouches down and rolls in with the rebound.
This is really making uncomfortable days afterward.
And he scores! We are tied. It's Jason Robertson as he had that one passed out back from Hintz. Oh, you can never tell about that. Jason Robertson with some great impression to make it relentless. Watch what happened with Rip Hintz. He really has that one with a great pass. And with this as the effort, the Methodists that have it in with the relentless on this good emotion from Newton's generation. What happens with Robertson, he just gets his fourth goal. And this one is a lot harder than they really have been training. The often offense is really coming down for a nice take. Nobody stands the perfect on the dance floor, and what they could have done was, they just don't give it up for anybody. Stop made by Ottinger. Went down from his back, and he will hold it in with only 6:11 remaining. Just enough time to give that one out. They are all tied up in during the 15-minute mark. Duchesne to Smith as he over to CC.
Dallas Stars goal, his fourth goal in the playoffs. First goal of the game, scored by number 21, Jason Robertson. Assisted by number 24, Luke Hintz. Top a goal in the third period, 3:42 in the playoffs. Jason Robertson, his fourth goal in the playoffs. First goal of the game, assisted by Luke Hintz. In the third period at 3:42 in the playoffs.
Smith, Duchesne, Granlund. Watch that shot. Rebound over to the Jets as Alex Iafallo sending it over to dump it out. Here's Granlund. Hasn't really scored yet in the first game. In the second game. Now here's CC. He'll have it over. Around the range. Cody CC looking to get his first goal. Wipes him out and we have a penalty. That'll be Mark Scheifele getting to the penalty box.
2-minute penalty on Winnipeg, number 55.
This is not going to happen well. That's why Mark Scheifele is teaching bad things here. And with that stick, he just went right to it between the legs. That's going to make somebody trip. You're not going to play it successfully. Jets on the penalty kill, and as the Stars will get their power play advantage, you get their lead.
Leadoff needs to be the change-up that they really wanted to be.
Winnipeg penalty, number 55, 2 minutes on tripping on Mark Scheifele. Simon penalty in the third period of playoffs, 15:22. Winnipeg Jets penalty on a 2-minute tripping on number 55, Mark Scheifele. Simon penalty in the third period of the playoffs, 15:22.
He really backs it up for now. I didn't really think that was going to happen. Looks like Ottinger really made that one a great huge stop. Ben. From outside, passes to Bourque, looks to Logan Stankovic. A send to Ben, right around the back, Sandberg, knock him down. And he will set it out of his own. Michelle as Stankelman gives to Ben. Now it's Granlund ready the other way. Looks off the marksman, shots, blocks, and rebounded by Granlund. Tips off to Bourque. Wow, a blocker saved me by Connor Hellebuck. Bourque, right to our middle, Duchesne. Popped out on loose. Rebound by Kupari. Gets right toward the face. Fouling for a loose puck to give him no quarter length. And Gamello trying to watch him out here. And it's gifts that carry out to Johnston. 45 seconds left for the Stars power play as it's back over to Duchesne to Hintz. Kupari takes back, now finds Niederreiter. Niederreiter gets whipped it out. On its way down, Duchesne. Here's Johnston. Over now to pass to Robertson. They give a back pass to Hintz. Good stick lift for the Jets defender. And Robertson will have a rebound in. Just about 20 seconds for the Stars power play. Johnston breaks the pause. Looks to Hintz, but the backhander misses wide. Showing Philly's penalty's almost up. Marchman shoots. Great blocker save made here by Hellebuck. And a power play is over. Back to full strength it goes for their both teams. What they don't really know about now is Hellebuck, he really makes a huge save. This impossible scoring range is not going to change it often. The whole time happens with their only take. They don't seem to care. They don't follow it up. The teammate is just really impossible that they really have to score it in. With no such a thing for an hour power play, they really are big on chain. They just really kept on going in. They just really need to keep that one out of here. Oscar back goes down. Rebounded up by Steele. Sending around the net to Michelle. That one gets banged up with another hit on the Jets. And he missed that one wide. Stankelman can't get the puck recovery. Nemsikov. Toward in the corner to Perfetti. And he has it over. Stanley chops that one up too soon. And he'll have that over now to Stankelman. Stankelman pauses it. Tries to regroup here. Over now to Ben. Ben shot. Glove save by Hellebuck. You'll hold this one in with only 12:21 remaining in the third period. Getting ready for another puck drop in the Jets territory. Such a difficult range here as they're really looking for a leadoff for between the Stars or the Jets. Never hit. It's back over now to Connor. And it's now Bourque. Has it again to Harley. Harley gets swing down. Connor. Scheinfeldt. Round the back. Stopped by Heidinger. Maloney shoots save me. Almost went in. That one was too close to get right in toward the net.
They didn't really think that was going to happen. I don't know. I don't think there wasn't any choices that they could do it oftenly at that time. I don't think. That one was too close.
Bourque wins the faceoff. CC rolls around the net. Passes to Bourque. Keeps the play alive. Here's Davidoff. Shots given over by Kyle Connor with 11:45 remaining in the third. Up and over the net. Here's Smith. Gives that pass off to CC. And up for middle to Bourque. Bourque. Pass to Smith. Smith looks at Davidoff. And Smith has it off to Bourque. Looks off to CC again to Davidoff. Shoots it. Blocked it up by Morrissey. CC tries to give to Smith, and now Bourque will have it. Back to Smith, and he looks at CC. Shot. Blocked it up and gets back to Kyle Connor. And as Jamie Benn will give it over now, finding the middle. Ellers to Morrissey. CC watch again. Good job of the stick lift by Cody CC as there was no penalty to glance on with the slashing. I really had noticing that this was really challenging. I couldn't expect I was going to make it happen, but they did. After a stoppage in play, Jets and Stars. Tightness in the game in game two as they're all even up. Now the win, give it to Stars. He'll now have it over to Bourque. Here's Granlund. Granlund on the back, finding Marchment. Bourque, Smith shoots, and redirected again to Ehlers. Josh Morrissey has it over to Cole Perfetti. Slick in the feed, shoots it, that one is off, and that one goes upright toward the glass and rebound by Granlund.
I didn't think that was going to be a penalty in there. There is no holding to Kevin Often, not even a boarding.
Here's Ehlers. Toward a slip back, saved made by Oettinger. Looks to Smith. Deep on the zone again to Hintz. Side on a step bounding, then it's saved made by Hellebuyck. The rebound by Johnson, you'll have it over, now find it off to Hintz. Hintz carries it off, now finds it to Robertson. And he'll have it in the middle to Bichelle. Big blocker on the save. Good chance here by Connor Hellebuyck. He'll keep it out to shut things down. Now here's Niederreiter. He'll be slipped, and Bichelle's in the penalty box.
It's done now.
You're not playing it easy.
2-minute penalty on Dallas. Number 6 for tripping.
Bichelle in the penalty box. This will be a chance for the Jets power play to take the lead 5-4. On the wing for the Stars is
Dallas penalty number 6, 2 minutes for tripping on Leon Bichelle. Time penalty in the third period of the playoffs. 9-3. Dallas penalty on 2-minute tripping on number 6, Leon Bichelle. Time penalty in the third period of the playoffs. 9-40.
Puts on for Jake Oettinger. Chance for the short-handed goal, and he scores! What a range! The short-handed goal puts the lead for Oscar back. A short-handed goal.
They don't really tell it often now. Oscar Buck really had that one with a great goal. He took it all.
Now that's what I'm talking about here. You see that Oscar Buck? That is a big, deep shot. And after the past year, you got a big range and you give that one a nice and a goal to ricochet that in. Biggest lead here. I can't stand how that happened with Oscar Pack. He just made it easier. Holy smokes. I was almost going to be like in there for some wild in the range long. Rock that out in their mind. They weren't even sure how that was going to be able to get there. Now as Thomas Farley will sell out of his zone. The rebound by Kyle Connor. He'll send it over to Josh Morrissey. Under 9 minutes remaining in the third, Niederreiter taking the time out then. And Robertson will dish out of his zone in the Jets territory. Nikola Ehlers is right toward the
Dallas
wing.
Stars short-handed goal.
Back in the Jets
His second
Stars
goal in the playoffs,
territory
first
with a
goal of
big
the game.
save made
Scored by number
Oettinger.
10, Oscar Buck. Assisted by number 55, Thomas Harley.
Jets
And by
moving
number
in.
29, Jake
Velarde
Oettinger.
off to Nikola Ehlers.
Time on a
That
goal
shot
and a
right
short
in
hand for
with
the
a bad
Stars.
stop made by
10:42
Oettinger.
in the
Only
third.
49 seconds
Oscar
for the
Buck,
Jets
his
power
second
play.
goal in the playoffs,
Only
first
under
goal of the
8:30
game,
in the
assisted by
third.
Thomas Farley and Jake Oettinger in
And
the third
they're
period of the
rolling in
playoffs
again.
on a short
Ready
hand.
for another
10:42.
face-off? Ready for another one. With the win for the Stars, gives another one to Cody Ceci as he gives over to Lindell. Lindell deep pass to Steele. Steele shoots, stopped by Hellebuyck. Jets are back in full strength in position. Scheifele pass, broken up. Ceci will clear it out of his zone. 8:04 remaining in the third period as they're rolling it in to try to keep that one up to a same strength in numbers. Here's another one to Steele. Back takes it over. 10 seconds remaining in the game. It looks like the penalty is almost about to be done. Kupari, Niederreiter, and the power play is over. One short-handed goal for the Stars as they take over the lead, and no power play again for the Jets.
Man, they've been playing it really good actively.
And that one with the big tricky shot range, there was no question of how that was going to get in there. Here comes Ben. Ben range. Sidestepped it. Good poke check. Blocked a shot here for the Jets. And Niederreiter has it off to Perfetti. Perfetti gives some time often. Sitting around the boards. Fires it. Redirects wide. And it's over down to Smith. Here's Niederreiter. Right toward outside. Danada takes it back. And over down to Smith. Smith spins around. Can't get it to go. That one is broken up by Niederreiter. Another passing mistake here for the Stars. Now Iafallo has it to Young, and a glove save made by Ottinger with 6:39 remaining in the third period. Nearing the line down to a 6-minute mark. 5-4. Different change-up here in the late of the third period as they're up 1. Dumba with a changeover now finds it out to Michel. He'll miss that mark, and the icing will be on the Stars. You'll hold things in as both teams have 32 face-off wins. The next one will break the chain. And it's the Stars as they break the chain of the face-off wins. Here's Granlund. Off to Birchman. Now Morrissey will change it over. Now finding Nikola Ehlers again to Namstikov. Namstikov blocks his handling. Dumba with the rebound. Dumba trying to battle it out and out. And Birchman will have that one carrying it over. The other way it goes to Matthew Dumba. And a deep pass over to Granlund. Here's Granlund, he'll have it over in the middle. Duchesne goes down. Shy Fairley on a rush. Take on chance. Stop by Ottinger. Under 6 minutes remaining in the third period, he'll have another save of the game for Jake Ottinger. Now for the win. Here's Michel as he has it over to pass again to Dumba. Dumba finds Michel. Off to Robertson. Here's Spence. In towards center. Gives it over now to Johnston. Back to Dumba. Here's Hurley. Set to Dumba. Dumba looks to Johnston. Over to Hurley. Fires that shot. Big save by Hellebuck. Robertson gives it off. And now a rebound by Dumba. Dumba finds Johnson. Knocked him down. Morrissey with it rebounding in. And he'll have that one carried out. Oh, that big attacker is really not going to go anywhere. He really had that one smucking it in. That one is really going to make someone trip. Down to 5 minutes in the third period. It is presented by Discover for the final 5 minutes. Dylan DeMello has it over to Morrissey. Iafallo will give it off to DeMello. And pass to Gustafsson. Here's Iafallo's shot. Chopped it up. Rebounded by Dumba. And it now finds Hurley. Sits over to Granlund. Granlund. Back on a shot. Tipped off and it's off the skater as it goes right toward the wall again to Dumba. Granlund. Granlund looks at Dumba and he gives him Birchman and get over to Hurley. Shot missed away. That was Granlund. Blocked the shot by Iafallo. Given no quarter skier as he battles for the loose puck. Back puck escapes his own, and he'll have that one, give it back. Thomas Hurley. Trying to give to Duchesne. And now a rebound up by Dumba. You'll try to watch it from here as he gives it over to Ben. Ben can't hold on to that piece. Miller's right toward wing. The give and go look, glove snatched by Ottinger. You're holding in. Just about 3:51 remaining in the third period. Who had a better night for this game? I'll send it over to Roy Cruz for the better game of the night of Game 2.
Well, Jake Ottinger's really giving a good energizer. He really had a nice on his comfortable scores. What he really did not know is how he just stayed in the game for some hard timings afterwards. He was really sure that he was going to get that one a good, comfortable leadoff score, but most likely he makes a great energizer to make the good saves in. Let's hope if he keeps that one in game alive here before the end of the regulation, guys. Thanks there, Roy. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate the Ottinger. He really makes a wonderful stop on the save.
He won't have to be reverting to anybody that can be like him. For Q, back over to Denver. Here's Smith. That swings and misses, and it's a great poke check here for the Jets. Ben, right to wing. Off and fire on the net to 4Q. Right to middle to Johnston. He just cannot get the pass off of the shot, as this one is broken again by the Jets. Miller. Shot saved by Ottinger. And it's now back over to Smith. Can't get it to go. Big stop here by Lindell. Johnston. Smith. 2:37 remaining in the third period as Lindell trying to get over to Hintz. He's over to Robertson, and that one stops the save by Connor Hollibuck with under 2:30 remaining in the third. Stay tuned, we've got a post-game show underway for you as Terry Crews and Rogers will be setting it in to get things started up for the post-game before the end of the first night. They'll be finding out who will be the 3 star players of the game. And with that, it'll be one best chance to change it up. Will this be the end for the regulation? Or maybe we'll come back and tie it and go to overtime. Sam Steele. Looks like something happened here right from the wing. Gets stick lifted, Velarde. Another stick lift, back to Sam Steele. There's a lot of chaos, burglar in a moment, and they really have been pumping in, back and forth, back and forth. There's no chance. This is not a possible change that they really have to do for it. There's nothing you can do if you can try to make that one clear on your mind to change everything. Dumba. Here's a set to Johnson, and he scores! Just a 2-point lead as Johnson has another goal in the playoffs. Now they're up by 2. They don't really change it often, Wade Johnston really have that one with a great goal. That slacks a piece. He really has shown everything with Wade Johnston can do. This one is a good back-to-back on a chance, and they now got their comeback rallies in for the Dallas Stars. They really ranged it up quickly, and timing is just right. He really took everything with all that moment in mind to keep that one out of here. Now Scupari wins the face-off. Here's
Dallas
Josh
Stars
Morrissey.
scored his 5th
He
goal
gets
in the
blocked
playoffs.
up.
First goal of the game
And
scored by
rebounded
number
by the
53,
Jets.
Wade Johnston.
Now Harley will
Assisted
have it
by
over.
number
90
3,
seconds
Matthew
remaining in the
Dumba.
third.
And by number
Here's
6,
a shot.
Leon
Big
Bichelle.
save by Connor Hollibuck.
Top of the goal, 18-22 in
And
the third
Morrissey
period
has it over to
playoffs.
Kupari.
Wade Johnston, his
They'll
5th
get an
goal
extra
in the
skater
playoffs.
on
First
here,
goal of the
going
game assisted by
2-2,
Matthew
2-2.
Dumba. And Leon Bichelle
And
in the
Robertson
third
will try to
period,
carry it off to
18-22 in the
He
playoffs.
loses that one with a chance. Kupari's right to the wing. Goaltender going to the bench. Appleton shots blocked. Granlund will settle it out of the zone. And icing will be on the Stars with nearing a 1-minute mark in the third. Still a lot of time to get there, but the Jets need to answer back quickly before the regulation comes to the end.
Last minute remaining in the third period of the
Big
playoffs.
save here by Ottinger. And that one just carries it off to Marchman. Duchesne can't get the empty net. Sandberg right toward it in his zone. He fires it, saved by Ottinger. Niederreiter. In middle, he scores! Mason Appleton looking to clutch to get the close game in. Appleton was getting his 4th goal in the playoffs, and it looks like now this is his time to get moving. If you don't have a chance, then this will be the end if you don't get the next goal in. This prioritizes the property, and they need to get that one a bad answer. Mason Appleton's got 4 goals for playoffs, and they gotta do something else because nobody's gonna get that one with another one. They just need to get some timing off the lead, and if they get the next goal in, it's gonna be an overtime on their way. You know, they have to do it quickly, and they gotta do it quickly, otherwise they'll be willing to make the gameplay plans, and they gotta get moving in there. Dumba behind the net, finding over to Bichelle. He'll send it long, and icing will be on the Stars. Just under 30 seconds remaining in the third period as the time is quickly down approaching. Stars Jets. Close game, 6-5. With the win, here's Dumba. Dumba gets hit. And it's over.
His fourth goal in the playoffs. First goal of the game, scored by number 22.
This is way down.
Mason
Perfetti.
Pass is there by number 62, Nino Niederreiter.
Final possession for the Jets.
And by number 54, Dylan Sandberg.
One-time possession on a shot. Big
Time of the goal, 1917 third of the
Mason
playoffs.
Marchman take the zone, and that will end the second game.
And that's going to end the game. Your final score in the second game of the playoffs. Winnipeg Jets 5 and the Dallas Stars 6.
They don't believe now Jake Ottinger saved it all. That's 2 shutdowns in Winnipeg on the road trip. He made 2 wins. Nobody does stay proud.
Thank you for joining us here for tonight's game of the playoffs. We ask you folks to please drive on the road carefully and get on the road safely after leaving Canada's Life Century Arena. See you all for the next game.
I'm Son of Beast. You've been watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports for the first night. Thank you and good night. Alright guys, thank you so much. Third star player of the game goes to Thomas Farley with 1 goal, 1 assist, and 4 hits. Then a second star player of the game, which goes out to Nino Niederreiter. He only made 2 assists and 9 hits. It's not always how you do for, but behind the back, and you get a goal with the perfect time percentage. And your first star player of the game for the Stars is Matthew Dumba. With 3 assists and 4 hits, it just makes it easier now to get this one a top-on goal. Now let's have a look and see what the total statistics are. 74 over 68 shots on goal for Dallas Stars, 92 over 84 hits for Winnipeg Jets, 1249 over 356 for Dallas Stars, 93 percentage over 79 for the passing percentageness for the Winnipeg Jets, 37 over 35 faceoff wins for Winnipeg Jets, and they had no power play goals to give here by a 6-minute penalty kill on the Stars and 10-minute penalty kill for Winnipeg. Nothing given here. 807 for the Stars in the power play minute and 407 for Winnipeg Jets. And not only that, just Thomas Farley, who made a short-handed goal that was only that counts it in, as this one did not feel like it was going to make it in, but they did. 1 short-handed goal for the Dallas Stars. Well, that's it for now, and as we always are getting a good night, we will be back here by tomorrow, as I'll be sending it over back to Vegas to see what's going in. And I'll be on center ice to keep an eye on that, so look out for me, and I'll be able to send it on in with some one-of-a commentators. In the meantime, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all again for another part of the game. For the next one, we'll have is the Capitals facing against the Devils, and the other side of it, as we've got, is the Oilers and the Golden Knights. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all again real soon. So long, everyone, for a while as the NHL 25 of the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports Dial. This is Terry Crews and Rogers signing out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Good night in Winnipeg, Canada.